Welcome to the Liminal. Open Codex. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Liminal Codex. We are going to be taking a look at the week ahead. I hope everyone had a fantastic Valentine's Day weekend. I know that there were probably some shakeups, a bit of disillusionment. Some of you may have ended something, but some of you may have started something. We have a lot of very interesting things that are going on right now. As you're watching this, we are in that eclipse energy where things are going to start to feel like they're very emotional. There's a lot of things that need to be let go of. Some of you may be taking those final steps, finally seeing the truth. There's astrology behind all of what I'm saying, and I will be doing an astrology and tarot reading here in just a little bit to kind of get into the nitty gritty with you guys. But what we're going to be looking at right now is the week ahead. So, in general, I expect to see some of these themes come through. Ladies, if you will, please. And as I was meditating before I started filming, I was hearing wind chimes. So, that may be something we don't have any. We do have a wind chime, but it's in the back, and I can't hear it from the studio. And we don't have any wind today, so it's not active. That may be something that you're experimenting with is wind chimes or sound healing, something like that, for the beginning of the week. The King of Cups. I'm not surprised. So we're very nearly to the point where we're in Pisces season. So this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The King of Cups is someone who's very controlled about his emotions. At the beginning of the week, I feel like you're maybe trying to cope with some things that happened over the weekend. Again, it could be the eclipse in and of itself. Water, the moon, intricately linked, right? Again, there are a lot of other underlying factors. Neptune, we have a couple of conjunctions that are really, really significant. Including Mercury conjunct the North Node. So it's like saying, is it Mercury, the North Node? Let me get back to Star Wheel. Hold on just one second. It is. Okay, so it's about finally speaking up about where we are going to. And then we have Neptune conjunct Saturn. So it's kind of Saturn moving into Pisces. Saturn is all about limitations. So we may be learning where we've been limiting ourselves or our emotions. And this is kind of putting the tight fist around those delusions, and we're beginning to see things a bit more clearly. The Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups, you've got a lot of watery energy here coming out. Ace of Cups, again, this is all Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here whenever we're dealing with cups toward the middle of the week. I feel like you're getting serious about what it is on an emotional level that makes you feel happy personally. The Nine of Cups is about personal wish fulfillment. The Ace of Cups, what are all of these emotions? I'm able to sift through them. Okay, we are seeing some interesting aspects with Chiron as well, which is about past karma, past lives, inner child healing, the wounded healer, what needs to be looked at so that we can move forward in an emotional way, but not just an emotional way, a very emotionally mature way toward the end of the week, please. Okay, that one they're telling me no. An emotionally mature. Okay. We have the King of Wands. Toward the end of the week, it's time to get busy taking action on what it is that you want. The Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this is about changing what it is that you nurture and focusing on, it may be, the Three of Wands and the Star here. Aquarian energy, death, scorpionic energy, the Queen of Pentacles. It's almost like you're saying, I am now in a position where I have to start thinking about the future. What does that look like to me? Does it involve healing? Is there a change that I need to make in order to reach whatever this star is? What is it that I need to nurture on a very grounded level? What is it that I know that is working that I can continue to invest in? And I'm going to put these off to the side and revisit them at the end, as always. This is the Opalescent Dream Tarot, guys. If you didn't see my video on that, go back and take a look. It's a beautiful walkthrough, an absolutely gorgeous deck. All right, for the beginning of the week, the King of Cups, please, ladies, if you would. So this is the studio deck. This is not the one of the numbered versions, but it's the studio. It will stay here in the studio. Okay, the Nine of Wands. So you're really saying, whatever this is, I choose not to take action on it. I feel like this is, yeah, this could be something inside of you that you're taking an objective look at from an emotional perspective, and you're saying, I really do need to get clear on how I emotionally want to protect myself. The Nine of Wands, it's about setting boundaries. It's also about taking time for yourself, taking a breather, taking a rest and a pause as you heal. With it clarifying the King of Cups, and you have a lot of cups out here, I would assume that whoever is resonating with this is a matter of the heart, okay? The World. Yeah. Completion. Closing something out. For some of you, you're finally learning how to set emotional boundaries. This has been a lesson that you are finally learning, or you've been tasked to learn. The World is Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. This is right at the end of, this is the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. The Three of Cups, yeah. What is it that I need to close out? How do I need to completely guard my emotions so that I can enjoy joy? So that I can enjoy this feeling of personal wish fulfillment. The Three of Cups. I don't necessarily feel like this has anything to do with reconciliation. Now, do keep in mind that we are nearing the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. I know. It happens. But I feel like you're setting healthy boundaries here, and you're saying, I'm finally able to protect my own joy. Which then begs the question, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, that's the Ten of Cups together. But more than that, I'm getting the feeling of really looking into that cup and saying, okay, what is it that truly makes me happy on an individual level? Yeah, what has been continuing to persist? You have, this is, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune and the World together is a sign that something is definitely transforming and changing. Remember, we're still in the year of the snake until February 19th, I believe. That's whenever the Chinese New Year, we start the year of the horse, the fire horse. And so you're being asked to kind of wrap things up, maybe even pushed to wrap things up in an emotional, to go ahead and grieve this so that you can let it go. It's time. The Wheel of Fortune, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio yet again. This is fate. It's timing. It's destiny. It is something that is supposed to happen. Or it is something that has been continuing to happen. And you're saying, I now need to look into this cup and prioritize my personal wish fulfillment, my personal happiness, my personal joy over whatever it is that has hurt me here in the past. Wherever I was giving too much of my emotion, I'm no longer giving that. Now, again, this can, because we're talking about emotions, most likely you're thinking relationship. And relationship can be anything. Maybe you've been over giving to a coworker. Maybe you've been doing their work for them. Maybe you've been opening your heart to just the pain of the world in general at this point in time. And you're saying, I can't continue to do that if I allow myself to get continually wrapped up in everything that I see. Put down the phone is what I'm hearing too, okay? For some of you, take some time away from social media. Get back in touch with your own feelings and emotions, your own drives and desires. Okay, that was channeled, by the way. Why the Wheel of Fortune? The Lovers. Okay, this very well, yeah, I feel like this is about deciding what makes you truly happy inside of a partnership. Choosing wisely as well. The Lovers is Gemini energy. The Wheel of Fortune. Something here is closing out, and I feel like you're choosing yourself. Yeah, the Four of Cups. When you look back, you realize that there was a hint of dissatisfaction. There was a hint of apathy. There was something here that was not going according to plan, or at least it was on the downward turn where you were starting to realize, hey, do I really feel the same way as I once did for whoever this is or whatever this is? Again, the Lovers can be a choice. It can also be a deep soul contract. Can be you and another person. Now, genders don't matter here, but you and another person who are equally invested in one another. Somewhere along the line, I feel like this Three of Cups, you're kind of maybe even determining whether or not this still makes you happy. If not, it may be time to end this karmic cycle with this particular person. The King of Wands is the Two of Pentacles. Now we face the going back and forth on what is it that I do want to take passionate action toward? What is it that I do have passion for? The Devil. Okay. The Empress. Ooh. Some of you are refusing to give up on... Okay. I am going to go ahead and make a statement here about staying in something that is not for your best and highest good. If you are going back and forth, and with Neptune conjunct Saturn, it's like saying, are you really sure about this? Are you really sure about this person? We also have some very hard aspects to Venus that are going on right now. And the North Node. Is this who you really want to continue to spend time with? Is this really someone who is worth your time, effort, and energy? Or are you staying in this because you feel a duty and a responsibility to? Okay? This could also be in regards to a job, a family member, okay? I don't want to strictly put this on nothing but a relationship. I have strong evidence here to suggest that this is in fact a relationship, but place it as it resonates, all right? The Empress is Taurus and Libran energy, Venusian energy, which is in a bit of a challenge right now, okay? So it's opposite the Sun, which is kind of saying, what is it that I do want to grow and expand? What is it that I am forced to grow and expand? Where is it that I've been holding myself back, chaining myself to something that is not for my best and highest good, that's not allowing me to move forward toward my goals and aspirations? Remember, we have Death and the Star underneath the bottom of the deck. So it's almost like you're saying, if I am meant to achieve this ultimate wish fulfillment, the Star, this dream, this hope, this healing, then I'm going to have to make some hard cuts here. I'm going to have to really weigh the pros and cons. Is this something that is limiting me, hindering me, or is it in fact helping me? And if you're having to ask that question, let me just say that's not a good sign. If you're questioning the relationship and whether or not it is a burden, whether it is holding you back or keeping you from moving on, moving forward, then it's not something that I would necessarily consider healthy. The Devil here is backing me up on that, okay? You may be seeing this as something that you want to take active action to get away from, to unchain yourself from. These two figures here are being... they're standing there. They're allowing themselves to be committed to something that is not necessarily healthy. It is the archetype of Capricorn, so we can also say that this is something that you have chose to commit yourself through thick and thin. Could be a marriage. I am seeing the Empress here, which can denote the divine feminine being the mother or the wife of the tarot. Now, again, I'm not making an assumption that this is, in fact, a relationship. If you would like a more in-depth personal reading with me and we look into a specific relationship, by all means, please take a look in the description box down below. I'm available for personal readings. You can book those through my Etsy, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the advice, or what is it that we need to know for our best and highest good. The Two of Cups. Listen to your higher self. At the end of the day, the Two of Cups is about you and your higher self, the relationship that you have with your higher self. This can also be in modern tarot about, it's funny that we also have the King of Pentacles here as well. King of Cups, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. For some of you, you have a decision about how you want to appear in the world. What you want to, what you want to be known for, what you want to be seen for. How you want to be perceived. What is it that ultimately you want to pursue? Is it creativity and passion? Is it love and romance? Or is it stability? Have this conversation with your higher self. If this is in fact a partnership, I feel like this is you taking control of this partnership, or saying this needs to be grounded in reality, grounded in stability. Again, we have Saturn conjunct Neptune, which is kind of saying, have I been seeing this through rose-tinted glasses for however long this relationship has been going on? Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, the Six of Swords here, ultimately your advice is to move on from any conflict that has been going on in the mind space. So if you've already been thinking to yourself, maybe this relationship, this partnership, this union, whatever, is not for my best and highest good. It's been holding me back when I could be moving towards something that is ultimate wish fulfillment. I feel like you're being asked to do just that, to question whether or not this is in fact stable, or if it is emotional or passionate. You may be going through all of these different emotions here and saying, I made a commitment to whatever this is, but after some time, I feel like my emotions are being not respected. They're not being heard. I'm not being true to my own emotions, to my own passions, staying where I am. Underneath the bottom of the deck, we do have the Sun, Leo energy. Okay, this solar eclipse will be opposing Leo. All right, it is directly opposite Leo. So it's about what is coming to the light, the Sun. Very interesting, because it is the solar eclipse. What is being brought to the light right now? Where have I not been? The Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. Can I explore something that is balanced, that is equal give and take, that is a sense of rebirth and renewal, that is joy in and of itself? Is there something here that makes me flipping happy? What is it that makes me happy? And whatever it is that doesn't, the Five of Pentacles, I have no time for that. I have no time, effort, or energy. Pentacles, right? I'm leaving it out in the cold, and I have to move forward here. The Six of Swords, moving on. Again, I get the feeling with the Star, death. You've got a lot of major arcana out here. And the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Two different decks. But then we also have, and the Wheel of Fortune underneath of this. So I feel like as soon as you do set your sights on whatever this star is, and you say, I'm committed to making this change, I'm committed to nurturing stability instead of emotion and passion, I'm going to look at this from a point of view and a perspective of, is this stable enough to continue moving forward without hitting a tower? I do not have the tower here, but I feel like somewhere you're saying things need to change. I need to course correct here. Aquarian energy here in the star, death, scorpionic energy. We have the sun, Leo energy. You have a lot of major arcana here. Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, the fixed signs in the world and the Wheel of Fortune. Together, whenever these come out, it's almost like it's creating a portal of change. And I really feel like that is happening for a lot of people this week as we go through this eclipse. It's highlighting things that you did not know were an illusion. We're waking up as a collective to a lot of new things. The way that we have always conducted ourselves, the way that we have always believed, the way that we have always viewed the world in its entirety is changing. We're on the precipice of great shifts in perception and in the way that we interact with those perceptions, the things that we now see to be true. All right. We have Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio again, as I said. The Lovers is Gemini energy. We have Capricorn energy here in the Devil. The Empress, Taurus and Libran energy, Venusian energy. We have it's kind of, what is it that you love? What is it that is giving you worth value? Venusian energy. It can also be about your morals, your ethics, your beliefs. It can also be about institutions, learning. I have a lot of water out here on the board, which suggests that emotions are very much at play here. The King of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn here underneath the bottom of the deck. The King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius. The Ace of Cups, again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Every single sign is out here, all right? Do not ever say, well, their sign didn't come up or my sign didn't come up. So I honestly forgot what I was saying because the fire alarm went off, and I'm hoping that you guys didn't have to hear that. But yeah, we are dealing with a time where a lot of things are coming to the light about what we've been deceived on and what we are wanting to change in the way that we interact with the world. All right, guys. I do want to pull a couple of advice cards really quickly. Let's see what comes through, ladies, if you would. For those of you who are resonating with this, please make sure that you smash that like button, that you hype the video if you have not yet already, subscribe if you have not yet already, and if you're interested in more things that I have available, then my gosh, there's a plethora over on sacredlighttarot.com and also on Etsy at Sacred Light Tarot. So we have Offering Bowl. Honor the spirits, give thanks, and share your abundance. Now, this can be as simple as pouring a glass of wine for a deity, Saint Expeditius, for example, Saint Cyprian. It depends on who you work with. Patron or matron deities, patron or matron saints, whatever the case may be, you can always offer something, even if it is just putting out birdseed this time of year to the animals, to nature, and giving back in that way. Offering bowl. And it's interesting because there's a beautiful moon. So sitting this offering bowl out overnight in an amethyst bowl. All right, I'm seeing lavender here as well. Could be very indicative of something that is calming. So a calming lavender and amethyst. Yeah, definitely giving me calming. Honor the spirits, give thanks, and share your abundance. For when you share your abundance, surely more will come through. This is a new moon. It's not necessarily the best new moon for manifesting. Is that going to stop me? No, I'm still going to be manifesting on the solar eclipse and the new moon based on things that I have new information on that is being revealed during this time. And by the way, if you missed the lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse reading that I did, go back and take a look at that. Calming tonic, soothe your nerves, find peace in the stillness within. Take some time to just sit in nature and ground. It does seem like that is one of the things that is being asked here, is to kind of take the emotions and the passion out of this particular decision or this particular change that you are wanting to make, and think of it from a purely grounded, earthy perspective. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. All right. Is this something that I can actively continue to nurture into a place of stability. If your answer is immediately no, then go with that. Don't second guess yourself. That Two of Pentacles that I just picked up, if you find yourself going back and forth on this point, then drop both of the pentacles and say, I choose a third option. We always have that ability to say, neither of these is working for me. Whatever this is, I'm choosing a third option. And it may very well be the Death card and the Star and the Three of Wands. I'm ending this and I'm moving on to something that is, I'm manifesting in, calling in something that is for my best and highest good, that I know I'm worthy of, the Empress Venusian energy. Okay, guys, I really do hope that that helped. Again, let me know how and if this resonated with you in the comments down below, and I'll see you again here soon. Take care.